Welcome to the Scottish Free French House, the official residence of the Consul General of France in Scotland since 1966. In French hands since 1941, the building was used by the Free French as a meeting place and residence for French soldiers and officers during the Second World War. Located at 28 Regent Terrace, the Scottish Free French House sits along the contours of Calton Hill, perched above Edinburgh. The neighbourhood dates to the 1820s, when William Stark won an architecture contest organised by the city, which was looking for the best plan for expanding the new town. Stark died before the works began, but one of his acolytes, William Playfair, took over the project and brought it to completion, adhering strictly to Stark's original designs. Playfair would go on to be one of Edinburgh's most celebrated architects, and the decidedly Georgian houses, including the French consular residence, that line the prestigious Royal, Carlton, and Regent terraces, bear Playfair's distinctive mark. France has had a long connection with this neighbourhood. When the first residents started to move in during the 1830s, members of the family of Charles X were among them. The Dauphin and his wife, the Duchesse d'Angoulême, spent the winter of 1830 to 1831 at 22 Regent Terrace before joining Charles, after Les Trois Glorieuses and his abdication, at the Palace of Holyrood House a few hundred metres down the hill. The first resident of 28 Regent Terrace was Samuel Lindsay, director of the Royal High School from 1831 to 1834. Dozens of other owners followed until World War II, when near the end of 1941, Free France wanted to create a safe haven for the French in Edinburgh, after the model of the Polish and the Czechoslovakian houses that already existed. Jean Cassin, the National Commissioner of Justice and Public Instruction, spearheaded the project by bringing it to the table during a series of meetings with the British Council held in November 1941. Many organisations and leading figures lent their support to the initiative, and it was decided that 28 Regent Terrace would become a place of relaxation, leisure, and cultural activity for the Free French. The Maison Écossais de Français Libre, Scottish Free French House, was inaugurated by General de Gaulle on the 23rd of June 1942, during a brief visit to Edinburgh. His speech was consecrated wholly to the French-Scottish alliance, which he described, in a since then oft-repeated formula, as the oldest alliance in the world. In October 1945, the house and its garden were purchased by the French authorities to establish there the Consulate General of France in Scotland, thus replacing the precedent consulate in Glasgow. In 1966, consular operations moved to the neighbouring building at 27 Regent Terrace, and the storied Scottish Free French House became the official residence of the Consul General of France in Scotland. In the early 1990s, the building underwent major renovations, representing a significant investment by the French Ministry of Foreign Affairs. A quarter of a century later, France once again undertook works which ensured that the residence retains its historic and symbolic character, and that the Free French House remains a highly respected jewel in the rich treasury of Franco-Scottish cultural heritage.